Good morning. Today's Reader's Notebook pages are pages 43, which is recognizing nouns, and page 44, which is capitalizing proper nouns. On page 43, we're going to talk about nouns, and remember, a noun is a person, a place, or a thing. But we're going to talk about two specific types of nouns. Common nouns, which mean that it can name any person, place, or thing. And we have proper nouns, which name a particular person, place, or thing, like a specific person, place, or thing. Proper nouns are always capitalized, and common nouns are not capitalized. We're going to go ahead and work through numbers 1 and 2 together, and I'm going to show you how we're going to do it a little bit different than the directions. It just says write the nouns and tell whether each noun is common or proper. Well, what we're actually going to do is we're just going to go through and underline the nouns, and then we're going to tell if they're common or proper. Number 1 says, Francesca watches the Radio City Rockettes perform. Well, our first noun in this sentence is Francesca, and Francesca is a specific person, so that's a proper noun, and so we need to write P for proper noun. Watches is the verb. The Radio City Rockettes perform, and Radio City Rockettes is our next noun, and that is also a proper noun because it's talking about a specific dance team, so we're going to write P underneath for Radio City Rockettes because it's a proper noun. We move down to number 2. It says, she learns dance steps from them. Well, our first noun is she, and that's not specific. It's a common noun. Even though it's capitalized only because it's the first word in that sentence. She could be a lot of different people. We know it's talking about Francesca, but it doesn't say Francesca. So she learns dance steps. Well, learns is a verb. Dance steps. Dance describes what type of steps. Steps is also a noun, and it's a common noun. And them is a common noun as well, and them is referring to the Radio City Rockettes, but it does not say Radio City Rockettes, it says them, so it's also a common noun. So that's how you're going to do those. When you look at numbers 5 through 17, all you're doing is going through the paragraph and underlining each noun in the paragraph. So it says underline all the nouns in the paragraph. The paragraph reads, on weekends, Sarah played with the other girls on her block. The children drew hopscotch squares on the sidewalk. They played jump rope and chanted rhymes. On Tuesdays, she studied African dance and hip-hop at Bert's studio. You can go ahead and pause the video here, finish numbers 3 and 4, and then 5 through 17, underlining the nouns in the paragraph. You don't have to specify what types of nouns they are, just underline them. Page 44 says capitalizing proper nouns. Proper nouns, okay, all proper nouns must be capitalized. If a proper noun is 2 words, you capitalize both those words. If it is 3 or more words, capitalize each important word. And I like to think like 4 Georgians is the name of our one school, but 4 and Georgians both are capitalized in that proper noun. It has an example here, and it says, New York City is full of talented performers. Capitalize the first letter of the abbreviations such as Mr. or Mrs. and end with a period. Also, capitalize initials such as C.S. Lewis and acronyms such as FBI. You'll also notice things like MT, abbreviations for Montana, is capital M, capital T. Write the sentences on the line, capitalize the proper nouns. I'm going to zoom in here so that we can read number 1 together and work through it. And I'm actually not going to have you rewrite the sentences. I don't need you to rewrite them, but I do need you to capitalize the proper nouns. So we'll do it this way to make it a little quicker for you. The jump rope team from Harlem is very talented. Well, we all know that Harlem is the name of a specific neighborhood in New York. And so we're going to underline Harlem, and then on the line you're just going to write Harlem, and you're going to make sure that you're capitalizing it because it's a proper noun. Capital Harlem. Make sure that you identify all of the proper nouns in the sentences and don't miss any of those proper nouns as you start to work through your page. And I'm going to erase this and get it out of the way. So that's 1 through 4. 1 is done with you. On 5 through 7, we have write the sentences on the line, capitalize abbreviations, initials, and acronyms. And you're going to go ahead and do it the same way that we just did number 1. And it says number 5 here says, my mother jumped rope on the corner of 125th Street and 2nd Avenue in New York City. Well, there's quite a few there that you're going to have to work through these abbreviations. 125th Street, well, street is an abbreviation, right? ST is the abbreviation for street, so it's capital ST period. And then you have, and 2nd Avenue in New York City. Well, 2nd is the name of the street, so it needs to be capitalized, SECOND. And avenue, okay, is an abbreviation, so it needs to be capitalized, AVE, period. And then we have in New York City, okay, so NYC is New York City, so it's N, capital N, period, Y, period, C, period. So all you're going to do is underline them and then write them on the line as opposed to rewriting the whole sentence. When you're finished with these, make sure you attach your work to the assignment and turn it in. Thank you.